Alright, you guys may not be expecting this, but I am actually a fan of Old Town Road by Lil Nas X. And not just because the music is excellent, but because, unlike so much hip-hop out there right now, Lil Nas X put some, actually personally deep meaning into the lyrics, and I'm going to explain those to you. Hey everybody, I'm Clifford Stummy, the Pop Song Professor, and welcome to my channel where we make English class awesome by talking about song lyrics. Today we're talking about Old Town Road by Lil Nas X featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. I realize that I am several months late to this party, but I think that gives me a little bit more of a perspective on some of the controversy that has surrounded this song. Basically, when it first got released before Billy Ray Cyrus was a feature, the song was on the country charts, but then all of a sudden for some reason Billboard was like, let's rethink that, took it off the country charts, and it was still just going massively huge, and then Billy Ray Cyrus jumps on, and for like 8 weeks it's been at the #1 on Billboard's Hot 100. This song is absolutely dominating, but there's, for some reason, some music executives somewhere that don't think that it is a country song, and it's got the twang, it's got banjo. It is structurally and perhaps in spirit more of a rap song than a country song, maybe with more of the decorations of country music, but it's got Billy Ray Cyrus on it, it's got this twang to it, it's got a freaking banjo, for goodness sakes. So I understand why it's not an easy controversy to come to a conclusion on, but at the same time, there's been a lot of country artists who have said, actually, no, we're kind of a fan of this, and while they're not the ones who get to make the decisions on what country is or isn't necessarily, I think that it'd be kind of cool to just let that all go. This song also comes on the waves of the Yeehaw agenda, which started out as a stylistic fashion, which was basically just black people wearing cowboy clothes. The participation in cowboy culture of African Americans has kind of been whitewashed by Hollywood. So I think it could be said that there are probably some people who are a little bit nervous about this song sort of being an attack on traditional, or at least current, country culture. And that's not being defensive in a good way, that's a very bad reason to keep this song off of the charts. And sure, there's been a lot of people calling into country radio stations and saying, hey, don't play that, but the vast majority of people just silently enjoyed the song rather than complaining, and in this case, I think a lot of times this is probably the result of a very vocal minority taking control for a much chiller, larger population that would prefer to listen to this song more. Can you blame them? Now, as far as personal background goes, Lil Nas X went to college for a year. It just wasn't the right fit for him, and I think it is a crime that we kind of funnel kids and force them to go into college, so I completely empathize with him there. He was living with his sister, trying to avoid his parents, who he was afraid were going to be mad that he had quit going to college, and all the while he was basically working full-time trying to get his music out there. And while his music eventually did pick up, this song is written from the perspective of him trying to do something with his life. What we have here is the refrain, yeah, I'm gonna take my horse to the Old Town Road, I'm gonna ride till I can't no more. This is a personal manifesto for Lil Nas X because he's got this horse. It's kind of an outdated way to travel, it's slower, and it can sprain a leg. And then there's the Old Town Road, which for him is kind of this promised land, and I haven't been able to find anywhere why he decided the Old Town Road, but maybe he's looking back to the success of people in the past and he wants to do the same sort of successful thing that they have done. Then finally he says, I'm gonna ride till I can't no more, which is basically him saying, I'm just gonna keep doing this until I am unable to. And then we have, I'm gonna ride till I can't no more, and that's him basically just saying that he's not going to give up. Remember, all of this is written from the perspective of a hip-hop artist who has not succeeded yet, and he's not bragging about succeeding, he's talking about his perseverance to not succeed. That separates him from probably about 95% of SoundCloud rappers out there. Oh, and also it's got a country twang, so that's different too. Okay, then we jump into verse 1. I got the horses in the back, horse tack is attached, hat is matty black, got the boots that's black to match. Now technically it's actually matte, not Maddie, but he needed, to keep the rhythm. And he's explained that the purpose of this verse was basically, he called it a flex, but it's a flex in a really weird way because he's not saying, I have so much more than all of you. No, he's dressed as a cowboy. It's not updated, it's old. It's not the equipment that most people would go into the rap game trying to win with. He's basically saying, I've got what I've got and I'm going to make it work. In the rest of verse 1 he says, riding on a horse, you can whip your Porsche. I've been in that valley valley, you ain't been up off that porch. And this is again him comparing himself. I've got a horse, you've got a Porsche, sure, but I'm gonna keep going. I've been in the valley, I've been in the places where it's difficult, I've struggled, and you ain't been up off that porch. These other people are comfortable and they don't have that drive that he has. He is telling kind of the age-old story of hip-hop from the perspective of an unsuccessful hip-hopper at that point, and he's using unique imagery to do it. Now, I'm not going to spend too much time on verse 2. Basically, verse 2 is him kind of talking about a future that he envisions being in at some point once he's successful. Riding on a tractor, he's upgraded from horse to tractor. Lean all in my bladder. He's explained that he's not endorsing that, but that's just kind of his vision of what it will be, which... okay. You want to know who really doesn't get the spirit of the song Old Town Road? It's Billy Ray Cyrus. Listen to this. He says, hat down, cross town, living like a rock star. Spent a lot of money on my brand new guitar. Baby's got a habit, diamond rings, and Fendi sports bras. Riding down rodeo in my Maserati sports car. He continues on. What is he doing that's different from Lil Nas X? He's just singing about how rich he is. That is not country, because country singers typically sing about how poor they are. It is more like traditional mainstream flex on you because I'm rich hip hop. He does say, got no stress, I've been through all that. So he's kind of talking about how he came up from nothing and now he is something. So that's probably what really separates him from the perspective of Lil Nas X in the song. We're gonna see who Lil Nas X becomes now that he's got tons of money. But anyway, those are my thoughts on the song Old Town Road by Lil Nas X featuring Billy Ray Cyrus. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to check out these videos right here. We've got the worst lyrics of 2017, which was a pretty bad year for lyrics. And then we've got the worst lyrics of 2018. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll talk to you next time.